Hello guys, and welcome to the Drowsy Neon channel. This is the absolute beginner tutorial for MATLAB. In case you don't know anything about MATLAB, MATLAB means, the full meaning of MATLAB is Matrix Laboratory, and it is an application for solving mathematical equations, anything that involves math, numerical analysis, control analysis, simulation, any kind of analysis, working with data. You can use MATLAB. MATLAB is extremely easy and very easy to understand. In MATLAB, we have three kinds of windows that we use to solve our equations or do our data analysis. We have the command window, then we have an editor window, then we have a graphics window for displaying your graphs, your pie charts, your tables, everything you need. So let's start with the command window. In the command window, a command window basically works like a simple MS calculator. Okay, so you can give it a 2 plus 2, and when you press enter, it gives you a value of it gives you a value of 4. Okay, you can go 3 plus 4, and it gives you a value of 7. Gives you an answer of 7. So you can see over here the values are being stored in, this is the workspace, right? It stores the values that you get from your calculations. So let's give a variable like x. Say x is equal to 3. Okay, see there, it gives you x equal to 3, and the workspace stores x. So the value of x is 3. So the next time I enter x, see the value of x is always 3. So it's 3. This is advantageous because you can save your data. At the same time, it can really mess up with your work. For instance, we have 3 plus x. Because x is always 3, it becomes 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, right? So if you have subsequent equations or formulas that you have to work with, for you to override the value of x that is over there, you can override it with by setting a new value of x. You see, x becomes equal to 2, or there is this keyword in MATLAB called clear all. When you use clear all, it clears the memory, that is the workspace. It clears everything over there. Then we use the CLC keyword to clear the command window. The command window isn't really the best practice for working on MATLAB. There is an editor window. The editor window basically lets you edit your work before displaying it, because with the command window, when you enter something or you make a mistake, you can't really edit it again. Okay. Yeah, you can't really go back and edit it again, right? So just in case you make a mistake, that's it. If you go something like this, that's it. So we use the editor window. When you go to on the home tab, the new script, when you press new script, it opens an editor over here. Perfect. So if I go x is equal to 4, right, pressing enter, it works just like a word editor. Okay, you can just delete everything, you can do whatever you want over here, you can enter whichever values you want. So for you to run the editor window, you need to use this run button, this run space over here. So if I go run, see x is equal to 4, see this place here, x is equal to 4, this is the output, and then it saves x as a value of 4. So you can see that the command window takes in input and brings out output, but the editor doesn't bring out any output. It just takes in the input and displays the value in the command window. Yeah, what most people like to do is, and what is mostly advisable, is to start every line of code, all your lines of code, with a clear all, and a CLC. So it clears everything that is already on the command window and the workspace, so that it doesn't interfere with your work. So if I go x equal to 5, y equal to 3, and then you run, you see x equal to 5, y equal to 3. Over here, the value of x has been updated and y is now equal to 3. from your observation, you can see that MATLAB uh, runs the lines of codes line by line, right? So it starts from clear, or it clears the workspace. It goes to CLC, clears the command window, goes to X equal to 5, puts it there. It goes to Y equal to 5, displays and puts it there. So that is basically how MATLAB lines of code work. Okay, for the operations in MATLAB, we have the addition, we have the equal sign, we have the subtraction, we have the division sign, we have the exponential, we have the raised to the power sign, right? Okay, so let's try and do something simple over here. Let's give x a value of 15. Let's give y a value of 23. Let's give z a value of 19. Okay, let's add everything together, and just for this tutorial, let's just add everything together. Okay, then let's run section. You see x, the value of x is 15. It's over there. The value of y is 23. The value of z is 19, as you have already entered it here. Then the total value x plus y plus z is 57, as you can see from here. And you can see that every line of code is being displayed here. This is not really the best practice. So what most people do is we close it, and to close a statement or a line of code, we use the semicolon. Okay, so it's the semicolon, and then when you run it, you see x equals 15 doesn't really display. It doesn't display anything that is closed, but it displays what is closed. What I personally like to do is to display the answer separately. So let's give this one a variable. Let's call it fuck. Let's give it an F, because I know people are going to do something weird with that. Let's give it an F, then we go display F. Okay, so when you run this, it gives you the value for F. F is equal to 57, as you can see in the workspace. Then gives you the value for F over here. Okay, so that is basically how the editor window, command window, and the workspace work with each other. It's very simple. So let's try more operations. Let's maintain the value of x, y, and z, and let's go just a bit further. So let's give it a variable of let's call it answer. Okay, simple. Answer is equal to, you have to really know the rules of board math for this kind of stuff. Okay, so answer, let's give it x plus y. Okay, raised to the power 15 divided by 20 times z. Okay, maybe minus x. Okay, this shouldn't be anything hard. Yeah, so you see the value for answer is 8 points whatever raised to the power 17, exponent 17. So this times 10 to the power 17. Okay, see this yours will not really, if you are first time, yours will not really display in this number of decimal points. So that is because I have used a certain format called format long. It displays everything to the maximum number of decimal point that MATLAB can. Yours is probably a short format, maybe 10 decimal places, maybe 4 decimal places or 5 decimal places, and you usually edit the number of decimal places is format long or format short. So when you run this with format short, you see this is probably how yours is displayed. I prefer the format long. Well, it depends on the situation. When you use format long, you get this number of decimal places of the values. So yeah, that's basically how MATLAB works for simple mathematical problems. Okay, So let's go a step further. Let's say you want to give a description or give a comment inside your work. There is a comment value. There is a way we comment in MATLAB, and to comment in MATLAB, you basically have to start your comment with a percentage sign, then you give your comment, right? The boy is good. Okay, so just in case you want to comment on this x value, you say x is not equal to 20. And when you do this, MATLAB will not read the comment because it identifies anything that starts with this percentage sign as a comment. Okay, so MATLAB will not read the comment. Yeah, so that is the end for the first part of the beginner tutorial for MATLAB. Hope to see you another time.